way out. He chose the coward's way out.
The candles Mike held went out mysteriously. Karen clutched his hand during what seemed to be an endless darkness. In a few seconds, the candles relit. A panel opened, exposing a dimly lit hallway. On the left side were windows revealing a grotesque landscape frequently illuminated by the lightning flashes. On the opposite side of the corridor were large portraits. When the lightning flashed, these paintings turned into decaying corpses.
We should have never come in here. Ah! What was that?
It's okay. It's just that raven.
Did someone scream? Oh, we didn't mean to frighten you prematurely. Apparently the restless spirit of an old hag has taken possession of that poor Richard Raven's immortal being. Be on your guard. It may want to better itself. Come along.
Mike and Karen walked down the long, tapering corridor. There seemed to be a light at the far end, pitch blackness behind them. The hallway made a sharp turn into an eerie lit limbo of boundless mist and decay. The furnishings and walls were covered with cobwebs. A staircase seemed to be the only passageway out. As they climbed to the second floor, they were greeted by an appalling cold. This, as you know, is the traditional manifestation of the supernatural.
I hope you don't have an aversion to darkness and cold. But you see, we spirits are sensitive to light, and every consideration has been given to our comfort here in this delightfully dreary place.
Where do we go from here? How do we get out of this horrible place?
This seems to be the main corridor. Well, let's hope it leads back to the staircase and a way out. Come on. Let's keep going.
Look out!
Quick! In the doorway!
Through the dimly lit mist of the upstairs corridor, a ghost-like figure ran screaming past Mike and Karen. Footsteps, screams, and the sound of rattling chains caused the figure down the hallway and faded into the darkness.
It's nice to see the folks enjoying themselves. In my home, every room has wall-to-wall creeps and hot and cold running chills. But it's taken time to give it that comfortable, unlived-in look.
The kids turned their backs on the corridor and looked into the room toward the sound of their host's voice. The candles Mike held again mysteriously dimmed and went out. They stood frozen with fright. They were in the cold, old conservatory, a room cluttered with decaying flowers and plants. Broken windows in the room allowed them to see the outside. There below was the private graveyard. Even though the rain was falling hard, an unnatural fog choked the gravestones. The rain was coming in through the broken windows. The air was damp and had a musty smell. The raven flew in and perched on top of a large box situated in the middle of the room.
What's that noise?
I like the candle. There!
It's a coffin. Something's trying to get out.
You disturbed a guest. You'll be sorry for that.
Mike and Karen ran out of the room into the dark hallway. They passed several closed doors as they continued towards the far end. From each door they passed, natural and unnatural sounds came from within. Each sounded as though it were trying to get out of the hall.
Mike, I'm so frightened.
Whatever you do, don't betray your presence by screaming. Follow my voice. Be calm. You have a very active imagination. That's good.
They went into another room dimly lit by flickering candles. There, an unusual seance was in session.
We're about to participate in a seance. Madame Leota is assembling all the spirits who have been just dying to meet her.
Madame Leota, the medium who was chanting the plaintive incantations, was quite unique. Quite unique. She was truly a disembodied spirit, a mere talking head inside a misty crystal ball. As she invoked the spirits, objects floated about the room in response to her supplications.
Serpents and spiders, tail of a rat, call in the spirits wherever they're at. Rap on a table, it's time to respond. Send us a message from somewhere beyond. the spirits with your tambourine. Creepies and crawlies, toads in a pond, let there be music from regions beyond. Wizards and witches, wherever you dwell, give us a hint by ringing a bell.
Mike, something's moving